What if I told you your entire home could feel lighter, calmer, and more you in just 2 days? These 7 bold decluttering tactics have helped thousands of seniors let go of what no longer serves them and fall back in love with their space. Clutter isn't just stuff, it's delayed decisions, memories we're unsure how to handle, and items we no longer need but still hold on to. If you felt stuck, overwhelmed, or even embarrassed by the state of your home, you're not alone. The good news? Small, confident steps lead to massive change. In this video, we'll walk through 7 powerful, senior-friendly methods that are simple, effective, and deeply freeing. No pressure, no perfection, just progress you can feel. Let's simplify your space, one bold step at a time. If you've ever looked around your home and quietly wondered, how did it get this bad? You're not alone. Over the years, things naturally accumulate. Gifts we didn't choose, paperwork we meant to sort, keepsakes we couldn't quite let go of. It doesn't happen all at once, but suddenly, the space that once brought comfort starts to feel heavy, cluttered, even overwhelming. And it's not just about the mess, it's the emotional weight that comes with it. The guilt, the frustration, the fatigue. But here's the truth, there's a way back to calm, a way to feel in control again. And it starts with a few bold, doable decisions. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 7 bold, yet simple tactics that seniors across the country are using to reclaim their homes. In just 2 days, without stress, pressure, or exhaustion. These strategies are designed to work with your energy, not against it. You'll find small wins that build momentum, thoughtful tips that respect aging bodies and changing priorities, and a sense of relief that comes from finally letting go of what you no longer need. It's not about perfection, it's about creating a space that feels calm, clear, and truly yours. You might just feel inspired to start today. Number 1, the 5-minute room reset. Let's start small, because small is powerful. One of the biggest reasons people delay decluttering is the belief that they need a whole afternoon, or that they have to finish everything at once. That mindset creates pressure, and pressure leads to paralysis. So here's your first bold tactic, the 5-minute room reset. It's simple, senior-friendly, and surprisingly effective. Here's how it works. Pick any room in your home. It can be the living room, a bedroom, or even the hallway. Set a timer, just 5 minutes. Then look around and choose 5 items that don't belong. This could be trash, items to donate, things that go in another room, or objects you simply no longer want. Put them away or let them go. That's it. Why does this work so well? Because your brain responds positively to small wins. Finishing even a tiny task builds momentum. The moment you take action, you shift from stuck to moving, and movement creates motivation. This isn't about perfection. It's not about deep cleaning or overhauling the whole house. It's about showing yourself that you can begin, and that beginning doesn't have to be exhausting. Maybe you start with a side table full of papers, or the chair in the corner that's quietly turned into a coat rack. Within 5 minutes, you'll notice something amazing. The space actually feels lighter. And so do you. Many seniors who try this once find themselves saying, well, maybe I'll just keep going a little longer. And even if you don't, that's perfectly okay. 5 minutes is enough. Because you did something. You proved to yourself that change doesn't have to feel overwhelming. You'll be shocked at how much lighter the room feels after just 5 minutes. Not just physically, but emotionally too. There's peace in progress. There's power in starting small. And you don't need a full day or a burst of energy. You just need 5 minutes and the willingness to take one tiny, bold step. This is the kind of win that builds confidence. And it's only the beginning. Let's keep going. Number 2, the one-touch rule. Here's a tactic that seniors consistently say changes everything. The one-touch rule. It's incredibly simple, but don't let that fool you. It's one of the most powerful tools you can use to cut through clutter and decision fatigue, especially as we get older. Here's how it works. If you touch it, deal with it. That's it. If you pick something up, a paper, a piece of mail, a jacket, a random item on the counter, you don't set it aside or move it to another pile. You make a decision in that moment. Keep, toss, donate, or put it in its proper place. No second piles. No, I'll figure it out later. No walking it around the house. Why is this so important? Because decision-making is tiring, especially when you're dealing with hundreds of little objects throughout the day. Every time you touch something and don't make a choice, it lingers. It stays in your mental space, quietly draining your energy. That's why clutter feels so heavy. It's not just physical, it's emotional and cognitive. But when you commit to the one-touch rule, you reduce that burden immediately. You train your brain to act, not delay. And over time, this single habit creates real change. Let's say you're sorting through a drawer of old bills and receipts. You touch an envelope. Instead of tossing it into a maybe pile, you recycle it, file it, or shred it right then and there. Done. No second round. No mental clutter. Or you come in from outside and set your keys on the kitchen counter. But instead, you walk them to the key hook or bowl where they belong. That one decision prevents 5 more down the line. This isn't about rushing. It's about being decisive in the moment, in small, manageable ways. And for seniors, this tactic is a lifesaver. It preserves energy. It builds confidence. And most importantly, it keeps your space from becoming a revolving door of unfinished tasks. One touch doesn't mean you have to clean your whole house at once. It just means you close the loop on the small things. And that creates a ripple effect of calm and control. Coming up next, a powerful way to let go of sentimental items without guilt. Because let's be honest, those are often the hardest things to declutter. But with the next tactic, you'll learn how to honor the memory without keeping the mess. Number 3, the legacy box. Decluttering becomes especially emotional when you reach the items that hold memories, photos, letters, heirlooms, old gifts, even the things your children once made. These items carry weight far beyond their physical form. They connect us to people, moments, and feelings we never want to forget. But here's the truth. Holding on to everything doesn't honor the memory more. It often buries it in clutter, making it harder to appreciate what truly matters. That's where the legacy box comes in. Here's how it works. Choose one sturdy, beautiful box, something you can easily lift and store. Label it Legacy. This box is not for junk and not for maybe items. It's for the best of the best, the things that genuinely hold deep personal meaning. Think, one handwritten letter from your spouse, not the whole stack. One photo album that brings you joy, not every blurry picture in the bin. The locket your mother wore, the medal your father earned. The birthday card that made you cry. When you place something in the legacy box, you're saying, this matters. This represents who I am and what I love. It's a conscious choice, not a default one. And here's the powerful part. By creating this container for your most treasured items, you also give yourself permission to let go of the rest, guilt-free. You're not throwing away the past. You're curating it. You're preserving the pieces that truly reflect your story, without drowning in every piece of paper or every chipped teacup that ever entered your life. This is especially freeing for seniors, because it shifts the focus from saving everything to saving what matters most. It also makes it easier for family members down the line. When they come across your legacy box, they'll know, these are the items that meant the most. If you've ever struggled with the guilt of letting go, or felt torn between practicality and sentiment, the legacy box is your answer. It offers structure, clarity, and emotional relief. And here's what's truly surprising. Most seniors who make a legacy box find that they only keep about 10% of their sentimental items. The rest, they're ready to donate, digitize, pass on, or simply let go. Because once you've protected what matters, you realize you don't need the rest to keep the memories alive. And that kind of freedom, that's where the real transformation begins. Number 4, the no thank you zone. Some items in our homes aren't junk. They're not broken, outdated, or meaningless. In fact, many are quite lovely. A vase from a friend, a sweater you never wear, a book you never asked for. These things aren't clutter in the traditional sense, but they still take up space, physically and emotionally. That's where this next tactic comes in. Create a no thank you zone. It's exactly what it sounds like, a designated space in your home, where you place items you no longer want to keep, even though you may still appreciate them. This could be a bin, a box, or even just a corner in the closet. The only rule, everything in that space represents something you're ready to say, thank you, but no thank you, to. Maybe it's a picture frame you never liked, but felt bad getting rid of. Maybe it's kitchenware from an old wedding gift. Maybe it's a decorative item that hasn't felt like you in years. Whatever it is, it goes in the no thank you zone. Here's why this works so well, especially for seniors. We often feel obligated to hold on to things because they were given to us, or they cost money, or someone else might find meaning in them. That guilt can freeze us in place. But labeling an area "No thank you" creates a gentle, respectful process of letting go. You're not being wasteful. You're not being ungrateful. You're simply choosing to live with intention. And this phrase, "No thank you," is powerful. It acknowledges the value of the item, but honors your right to release it. This tactic also clears your home quickly. Once the box or space is full, it's ready to go to a donation center, church drive, or community organization. And because you've made the decision ahead of time, there's no last-minute back and forth when it's time to drop it off. Another bonus? It gives you a place to immediately put things, instead of letting them sit around while you decide. That action alone can shift the energy in your space. Suddenly, the counter is clear. The shelf is simpler. The room feels lighter. And the best part? The "no thank you" zone helps separate what you're keeping out of love from what you're keeping out of obligation. A subtle but powerful difference. You're not just getting rid of stuff. You're reclaiming control. You're giving yourself permission to live with only what supports your life now, not what once did or might someday. Coming up next is a bold move that many seniors are afraid to make, until they do it and wonder why they didn't do it sooner. It involves one piece of furniture and a surprising amount of freedom. Number 5. Furniture flip. Sometimes, the biggest transformation comes from letting go of the biggest things. It's common for seniors to focus on clutter like papers, clothes, or knickknacks, but one of the boldest and fastest ways to reclaim space is this. Remove one piece of furniture. We're talking about that oversized recliner no one uses anymore, the giant china cabinet filled with dishes you never touch, or the second coffee table that just collects clutter. These pieces take up more than just square footage. They block movement, create visual noise, and make a room feel smaller and heavier than it needs to. Here's your challenge. Walk through your home and look for the piece of furniture you haven't used in the last 6 months. Not just touched, but actually used. If it's been sitting untouched, ask yourself, does this piece serve my life today? Or is it here out of habit, sentiment, or fear of wasting it? Now imagine that room without it. Imagine the open floor, the lighter energy, the feeling of breathing easier just by walking through the space. That's what the furniture flip gives you. And no, you don't have to get rid of it immediately. Try this instead. Flip the space temporarily. Move the unused piece out to the garage, a storage area, or even another room for a week. Just notice how the space feels without it. Many seniors find that after just a few days, they don't miss it at all. In fact, they feel freer, more mobile, and more at peace. You don't need to fill every corner of your home. Sometimes the most powerful design choice is removal. When you subtract, you make room for clarity, ease, and yes, even joy. And here's something most people don't realize. Letting go of furniture often opens up whole rooms for new use. An unused love seat might become space for a reading nook. A big dining table you never use might become a craft station or puzzle spot. Your home begins to work for you, not the other way around. Coming up, how one woman cleared her entire garage using nothing but a timer and 20 minutes a day. If you've been putting off the biggest mess in the house, you want to see this next. Number 6. The 20-minute garage game. The garage, the basement, the attic. These are the places where clutter goes to hide and multiply. For many seniors, these spaces feel too overwhelming to even start. They're packed with boxes, old tools, forgotten holiday decorations, and things we swore we'd deal with later. But later turns into years. And suddenly these rooms become a burden, not a backup. So here's your next bold move. Play the 20-minute garage game. Here's how it works. Set a timer for just 20 minutes. That's all. Then head to the garage, the basement, or any big storage space and ask yourself one simple question as you look at each item. If I were moving to a smaller place tomorrow, would I take this with me? That question cuts through hesitation like nothing else. It forces you to get real, not about the past, but about the present. Would you honestly pack that rusty lamp? Would you need 5 extra folding chairs? Would that stack of mystery boxes really be worth moving? Probably not. And once you allow yourself to imagine a cleaner, smaller, more intentional space, you'll start to see those items for what they are, just stuff. Not memories, not obligations, just stuff. And here's the magic. You don't have to finish the whole garage today. You just need 20 minutes. One section, one shelf, one pile. That small dose of focused, honest action gives you instant progress and surprising momentum. Many seniors who try this say it actually becomes a habit. They find themselves playing the smaller place. Question in their minds, even outside the garage. If I were downsizing, would this come with me? And just like that, decisions become easier. Guilt fades, and clutter starts to disappear faster than you thought possible. This game works so well because it respects your time and energy. No need to drag everything out. No need to organize everything perfectly. Just one smart question and 20 minutes of truth. Coming up next, the boldest tactic of all, how seniors are turning their hardest, decluttering decisions into lasting family legacies. If you've ever wondered what to do with the stuff your kids might want one day, don't miss this final step. Number 7, the memory walk. Now for the final and perhaps most powerful tactic, one that blends emotion, intuition, and clarity in a way no checklist ever could. The memory walk. Here's how it works. Take a slow, quiet walk through your home, but not as yourself. Walk through it as if you were a guest, someone seeing it for the first time. Look at each space, each surface, each corner with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, what feels peaceful? What feels heavy? What sparks warmth? And what just sits there, taking up space? This gentle exercise allows you to make decisions based not only on function, but on feeling, which, for many seniors, is far more honest and effective. Decluttering isn't just about getting rid of what's broken or outdated. It's about creating an environment that supports who you are now. And that means tuning in to what your home feels like. Maybe you pass a shelf full of items you haven't looked at in years, gifts from people you barely speak to, or decorative pieces you never chose yourself. Maybe you realize the hallway feels cluttered, not cozy, or that the spare bedroom is more of a storage unit than a sanctuary. The memory walk gives you insight you can't get from a to-do list. It helps you reconnect with your home emotionally, and it gives you permission to let go of anything that doesn't contribute to peace, warmth, or joy. And it works beautifully with aging. As we grow older, our priorities shift. We want comfort, simplicity, and meaningful connection, not maintenance and mess. This tactic lets your heart, not just your head, guide your decisions. And here's something beautiful that often happens. Seniors who take the memory walk find that their homes start to reflect them more clearly. Not the version of them from 30 years ago, not the version shaped by other people's expectations, but the version of them that exists today, free, calm, and intentional. Before we wrap up, a quick challenge. Can you find one item today that feels heavy and remove it? Start there. You might be amazed by what follows. Because when you declutter with feeling, every corner of your home starts to breathe again. And so do you. Just 2 days. That's all it took for hundreds of older adults to feel proud of their space again. Not perfect, not magazine ready. Just theirs, calm, functional, and filled only with what truly matters. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you make space for peace, movement, and joy. Less bending, less searching, less frustration, more light, more ease, more you. This isn't about getting rid of everything. It's about keeping what supports your life now. Because your home should comfort you, not exhaust you. Less stuff, more peace. That's what reclaiming your home is really about. Which of these 7 tactics are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what spoke to you most. Your story might inspire someone else to start, too. And if this video gave you even one helpful idea or spark of motivation, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. On Simplify After 60, we share real, doable ways to lighten your home and your life, one peaceful step at a time.